So French basketball is on the up and up. Like, if we're talking about a country that is going to might eventually rival USA, it's France. Because we're talking about the entirety. Obviously, it will never be like America. But at the end of the day, you only put 12 players on the floor. If there's a scenario where France has, say, let's just say they've got 3 of the top 20 players in the world, in international ball, you've been used to growing up playing that, they're in with a shot. But they have one major flaw. There is one major flaw when it comes to the French national team, and it's their guard play. Their guard play is horrendous. Their guard play has been horrendous since Tony Parker. Actually, in fairness, Nando Nicolo. But if you look at the guard play from France, you're just looking at a team that's so reliant on their wings. Like Frank Ntilikina, look, I get it. He's not the worst. Like, he can play a bit of defense, but you just need a guard with him. Albinci didn't do much. Cordinier, I think he just got as hot as humanly possible for 2 games. I don't think he's anything spectacular. Evan Fournier absolutely stunk it up throughout this Olympics. Nando Nicolo, especially in the final, they really relied on Nando Nicolo, playing 18 minutes in the final, scoring 12 points. Guy's 37. He's old. Like, as great as Nando Nicolo was, he's old. But you're looking at a team with Victor Wembanyama. Koulibaly's going to get better. Lazor's going to still stay as good. He'll be there for the next Olympics. Yabusele is a different animal to the player that played in the NBA a couple of years back. He's lost the weight. He's no longer that fat dude from the Celtics. He is a monster. Batum is done. But the worst part is that France are producing players to fill in for that. Like, Batum's spot in 4 years' time can be filled by a Tijan Stallone. It can be filled by Zachary Risachet. And then, look, Gobert's still going to be there. Matthew Strazel, he might have that improvement at that guard position. I just don't know. Probably won't ever be an NBA level guard, but he's been pretty good for Monaco. But they just don't have an elite guard. I don't think Alex Sarr, by the way, I don't rate Alex Sarr at all. A lot of people are going to be like, oh, they've got Alex Sarr. I was like, look, I don't rate him. I've called him fool's gold from the very start. Like, that is my, if you, again, are watching the Mick Talks Hoops channel, I've called him fool's gold. I thought Khalil Ware, from my early draft process, was like, Khalil Ware's better than this guy. I'm like, this guy, Alex Sarr, he wasn't great at Real Madrid. He was not great anytime he's played for France national team. He was not great in overtime elite. He was not great in Australia. I don't know why people were all of a sudden were saying that Alex Sarr, just because they like the look of him, he might have had a good workout, is this brilliant player. He's never, no matter where he's gone, he's never looked good. He's looked like, oh, this guy could be good. And he's never looked good. No matter where he's gone, it's always been, this guy could be great. Not, this guy is good at basketball. And there's one player that the French team are going to have that in a couple of years, the guy could go as high as number 2 in the draft next year. It's Nolan Traore. Like, from Kevin O'Connor, France need Traore to work out their lack of shot creation. Projected top 5. The only problem is when it comes to the French guards is, like, it's not like the French guards have looked poor. Like, if you're looking at Nolan Traore, like, the guy is a passer. The guy can shoot the ball a little bit. He's got a handle. He's got that ability to create. Again, he is probably going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. A lot of people have him going number 2. He's not going to go number 2. I think this college class, the only time we see international players not falling in the draft is if it's a Wembanyama or a college is any good. Like, the big reason why Risachet went up in the draft is because college was so poor. Like, in the 2018 season, we had Luka Doncic start off the year as the number 1 player in the draft class, or project number 1. And all Luka did was win Eurobasket with Slovenia, make Eurobasket All-Star 5 over NBA All-Stars, win EuroLeague with Spain, win the EuroLeague regular season with Spain, with Real Madrid, win the regular season EuroLeague at Real Madrid, win the ACB with Real Madrid. I know they lost the Copa del Rey final, but who cares? While winning MVP of the ACB, MVP of EuroLeague, and the Final Four MVP, and he fell to 3. So in a draft where college is pretty decent, Nolan Traore is not going to go 1 or 2, but it doesn't really matter. It's all just about the individual like play and how much they improve once they get to the NBA and what they do. So it doesn't really matter where he's drafted. But I've been stung by Killian Hayes. And what was his name? Oh my god. What was the dude's name? The Thunder drafted him. What was the guy's name? Not Beaubois. Oh, Theo Maledon. Theo Maledon. Like, I was really high on Theo Maledon before he came in. And they just have not. It's not panned out. It's really just not panned out for French guards. And that's the problem, is that they've just got so much talent with their size. Their wings, they've got talent. But Reece Shea is not going to come in 2 to 3 years and be your, like, 20-point per game guy. Reece Shea is going to be fine, but he's not going to be that 20-point per game guy. So I'd say if you are France, you are very reliant on Nolan Traore. Because either that or you go and naturalize somebody. And the problem is that they've been stung before. They have been stung, like, they were stung by Embiid. They tried to naturalize Embiid. They've been stung by it. So if anyone else wants a passport to be naturalized, if I'm French basketball, I'm saying no. I'm saying no, and that might be the biggest thing Embiid did to stop France, is so they won't naturalize a guard. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They really, really need Nolan Traore.